Welcome to the Human Trafficking Digital Story by Ayana Gibson. Human trafficking is the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of persons by means of threat, force, or coercion for the purpose of exploitation. With the social change topic as grand as human trafficking, I felt like there was little that I could do. I felt like I was just an average person, and how could I really help reduce the rate that people were trafficked? Here's a short TED Talk clip from Rosalind Torres as she discusses how the super leader idea is outdated. This is also discussed in Chapter 1 of Leadership for a Better World, and how an average person can be involved in amazing activities that enact social change.
What makes a great leader today? Many of us carry this image of this all-knowing superhero who stands and commands, protects his followers. But that's kind of an image from another time.
See, prior to HESI 320 and 321, I only thought of the monumental leaders in types of leadership, such as Nelson Mandela, Oprah, and Steve Jobs. It wasn't until reading this book and working with my social organization did I realize that I too could enact social change. So I decided to work with an organization that dealt with human trafficking at the root cause, and that organization was Stop the Silence. Stop the Silence is a non-profit advocacy group that seeks to raise awareness to child sexual abuse, and seeing as though most people are trafficked at the age of 12, this was the perfect organization to work with for my root cause. On October 15th, I sent Dr. Pine an email explaining to her why I wanted to work with her organization. 2 days later, I got a response saying that she was so enthused for me to help work with her and that she wanted me to start earlier than the spring semester. Although I was a little hesitant to work earlier than the spring semester, Chapter 6 for Leadership of a Better World discusses the importance behind co-creation and building relationships to help improve collaboration. Once I got started, my work with Stop the Silence consisted of weekly conference calls, individual work where I contacted different universities to try to bring our program on, meeting with other arts and advocacy volunteers, and monthly meetings. My biggest success working with Stop the Silence was with LaSalle University. I made contact with Dr. Naubauer, who is excited to bring on the Arts and Advocacy program to LaSalle in the fall of 2016. Now, I will say working with LaSalle University has had many resistant conversations. Due to the nature of this school and other issues that we have been having, Dr. Pine has decided to merge her organization with Ask a Sex Abuse Survivor. Ask a Sex Abuse Survivor is an interactive show by Michael Broussard, who shares the story of how he was abused as a child and how he has moved on to the path of healing as an adult. The merger's first event was April 24th in Philadelphia, and the second would be June 24th at the Ideal Arts Space in Baltimore. Here's a short clip from the Ask a Sex Abuser program.
See that kid over there, leaning in to blow out the candles? That's me at 6 years old. I'm told reliably by my family that at 6, I was a very happy, outgoing child. I loved everything and I loved everybody. I love to laugh. I love to tell the same stupid jokes over and over again for weeks on end, like you do when you're 6. More than all of that, though, I love to dance. I have no memory of that kid. He's not me. I don't remember ever feeling that free. I do remember a year later when I was 7 years old, and my mom, she caught me with one of my stepfather Harold's Playboy magazines, and she decided it was time Harold gave me the talk. So Harold took me into the bedroom, locked the door, and he sat me down on the edge of the bed. and he unzipped his pants and he took it out. I said earlier that that was the first time I had sex. After I did the show in June, a friend of mine came up to me and she said, that's not the first time you had sex. You didn't have sex. You were raped. There's a difference. And she's right, there is a difference. Problem was, I was 7 years old and I didn't know the difference.
Overall, my time working with Stop the Silence was a great one. It was the first time that I was able to use the social change model in context. I think my time with this organization helped develop my group values because this organization was so strong in their group values. I was able to learn about collaboration, common purpose, and controversy with civility. Me working with Stop the Silence helped me with collaboration, which is why I decided to work with them prior to the spring semester. It also helped me appreciate diverse opinions. There were oftentimes enough where different volunteers and the CEO had different opinions on where the program should go. It also made me increase my efforts. I wanted to be the shining star. I wanted to help. I genuinely cared. It also made me appreciate common purpose. I really admired Dr. Pine's ability to realize that she needed to work with another organization to help really raise awareness to her cause. And finally, this helped me with controversy with civility. It helped me appreciate other people's differences and also realize why we had differences. We had differences deciding on how we were going to implement this program at various schools. But once we worked through these issues together and found a resolution, there was nothing stopping us.